Quit being so nice. To step into your power, there are 5 habits you must break. 1. People pleasing. At first glance, pleasing others may not seem like a terrible thing. Who wouldn't wish to bring happiness to those around them? But trying to please everyone can sometimes go too far and be a sign of low self-esteem. After all, what does it say about your own perception of yourself if you're more concerned with pleasing those around you than yourself? The truth is that having needs and opinions of your own does not make you less of a person. They're genuinely beneficial. Consider the last time you looked for a restaurant with someone who insisted on being easy and having no opinion. Being easy in this situation simply places the burden of all the labor on the other person, which isn't very enjoyable. We all aspire to please those around us, but doing so also requires them to express their true desires to us. You're denying everyone the ability to speak for you if you're not confident in expressing your own preferences. 2. Not requesting what you want. Being overly kind frequently manifests as a lack of ability to express our true desires. We've already begun negotiating in our minds rather than in real life. Because we're so preoccupied with what the other side wants, we beg for a compromise rather than what we really desire, or what they will think of us. But to do that, we must make a ton of assumptions. And you are aware of the adage regarding assumptions. You'll never obtain what you want if you never ask for it. In addition, if your partner doesn't even know what you actually want, they're likely to overlook the fact that you've already compromised. You'll only feel cheated as a result of doing that. Life isn't perfect, of course. Speaking up for what you want won't always result in getting it, but that almost seems irrelevant. In the actual world, we must all still engage in negotiation. The greatest approach to any negotiation, whether personal or professional, is to be open and honest about your own preferred goals. The only way to start speaking up for yourself is to do this. 3. Failure to set boundaries. At the end of the day, we teach others around us how we want to be treated. But in order to achieve that, we need to consider how we want to be treated and voice our preferences. You can't assume that your lover, friend, or coworker is aware of your boundaries. You must put up the effort to convey them. Although they don't provide a guarantee, boundaries do serve to build a safety net. In the end, you can't control anyone, and setting limits isn't supposed to be a trick. However, they will cause any actual issues to arise. You will have a pretty good idea of what someone thinks of you if you set a firm limit and they continue to cross it. 4. Over-apologizing. Do you apologize far too frequently? I am sure I do. But this is just another example of playing small and putting others before yourself. Of course, sometimes it's essential to apologize. However, a few decent people make them way too frequently. Example, saying sorry when someone runs into you. However, unless you've genuinely done something wrong, you shouldn't feel the need to apologize. Every person has a right to be here. Frequently apologizing implies that we don't value our presence or our needs. Therefore, before you immediately apologize, please wait for a moment and reflect on your actions. Did I truly do something wrong here? Or am I merely attempting to uplift the other person? If you haven't done anything wrong, defend yourself by keeping your mouth shut. 5. Searching for recognition. You are the only person who has any influence over how you spend your life, and you alone. Of course, it would be lovely if people constantly thought well of us. But that will never actually happen. It's crucial to understand that, despite how lovely it would be to have, we don't actually require anyone's approval. If you don't feel fully confident in your own self-worth, it's all too simple to slip into the validation trap. But that's only because you value other people's viewpoints above your own. While every one of us is distinctive and strong in our own way, we are all actually on an equal footing. Nobody is superior than anyone else. We're simply all unique. Why then do you value someone else's viewpoint above your own? It is draining to need that outside opinion all the time. Because it will never be enough, regardless of how many kind words you receive or how many people tell you that you are fantastic. You'll be stuck in a pattern of neediness forever unless you deal with the self-worth demon head-on.